Should have shared this out. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing? Share this out. There we go. We're back. Welcome everyone. I am outside. Been outside enjoying my Saturday. Not doing too much. I just did the angel messages this morning. I did some meditating. I did do no yoga today. I did a yoga video yesterday that maybe a lot of people have not even been able to see, but I did come back on my yoga yesterday. My tablet's all switched over now, and now I I feel more like things are going my way again. After, like, sometimes when retrograde is going on or full moon's going on, we need to just like relax for a bit and have patience and let things go that are not working out. Just let them go for now and work on the things that can work. How you doing, 5147? Yeah, I'm just enjoying the birds. Well, they were quiet all day. Now I'm hearing the birds. Hear that? Yeah, I've been coming in and out all day, sitting out here, then going back in. It's been a pretty adventure. I guess I got to be closer to the building. Wi-Fi is going in circles. Thanks. Yeah, it shut off for a minute. Got to be closer to the Wi-Fi when I'm outside. I don't have like regular Wi-Fi on my tablet where I can take it with me. Places I don't know where you can get like Wi-Fi sticks like that. Probably nomads would be able to tell you that. But yeah, is it going good now? Is it fine now? So I put my blanket over the table. That's like my blanket to sit on the grass and stuff. I just hung it over there. So if I want to be outside on the grass, I just take that blanket. I made that blanket. Well, it's like a throw, but yeah, I made it all nice out here already. Looks pretty nice out. I keep it nice. And then they cut the grass. Well, at the beginning of the summer, once a week, and then towards the end of the summer, once every 2 weeks. So here's some tomatoes. I don't know if these tomatoes will even get anything at all, but it looks like it's trying to get something. Look at that, there's one little flower. I planted those tomatoes too late. Hello, olive, olives. Welcome. Yeah. So over here, I just wanted to show you guys over here, over that in that corner right there. I got rid of all, like, I used the those things right there, rakes. And at the beginning of summer, I raked all in that corner. I raked all of that stuff that's there. I raked it up, never cleaned it up, but there's another pile. And back there is so much better than the rest of it. Like all this other new growth is coming, like that tree right there that's growing. And there's some more trees back there that are coming out now because there's room. So yeah, thought that was pretty cool. And you can see the difference. Maybe if I'm here next summer, we'll do the rest of it. But when the bushes are so big, then you can't do it really. Yeah, sit out here. This is my little yoga mat thing. I got all my stuff here. Got my cards, my 2 cameras, my 2 tablets, and yeah. So the grass is pretty green here still. Oh, there's my shadow. There's my shadow. Oh yeah, that's not my shadow right there. That's the things where the cars are parked. Thanks for coming in to Pep and saying hi. What has everybody else has been doing? I noticed that a lot of people have been kind of taking a break off of YouTube. A lot of the YouTubers can taking a break. So maybe time for everybody, I guess. We all need like a little time away from YouTube. as much. Like I never really took a full break. Like I never disappeared off YouTube. I still came on, even though I was going through a retrograde and stuff. I still shared a little bit of things with you because I'm a student. I'm learning about myself and learning and teaching others about how to help heal yourself. We are here to learn those things about ourselves. So, yeah, I'm always a student. I'm living by example. Yep, try to do things in moderation. Had a chocolate bar today, too. Sometimes you gotta have a chocolate bar, but not all the time, right? So, yeah, it's like everything has to be in moderation. Even drinking pop. I don't drink pop very often. When I do drink the ones that have good flavor. I don't drink pop, Coke or Pepsi. I grew up on Coke, and yeah, we weren't allowed to have a lot though. My dad would drink a lot of pop, but we weren't allowed to have a lot. But drinking a lot of pop is not good for you. Do you see that flashing in front of my face there? That was cool. I don't know if that was the sun. Maybe it was. No, I don't know. It wasn't like that. No. Could have been. Anyways, so I don't have a car anymore. My car is gone. My car is completely gone. Do you see a car there? No, 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 no red car. No, it's not my car. Yeah, my car. No, no car in my spot. It's gone. I got to pick. I'll post a picture what my niece's boyfriend did to the car before he got rid of it. He painted it and stuff. He put her through some paint jobs or whatever. Hey Wanda, nice to see you. I saw you in an Aerosmith video. Really? I've never been in an Aerosmith video. That means I'm famous if I'm in an Aerosmith video. They do have some good songs, but not a big Aerosmith fan. Hi, Eddie. Eddie, how's Eddie today? So yeah, I'm starting to walk more, going more for walks again. So got to get in shape before the snow comes. And I still got to order my battery for my camera so that I can go live on and StreamYard. And I can go live on StreamYard on my tablet, but I don't want to. I'd rather go on my computer on StreamYard if I go on StreamYard. But yeah, I am slowly coming back to the readings again on my other channel. So I'm just starting off with the angel cards and stuff and the angel readings, and I'm doing some studying behind the scenes. I'm learning about the sacred oracle deck. It's really interesting. It really does help people along their way in their life. But I appreciate you guys all popping in. I'm not going to keep this too long. I just wanted to pop in and say hi. I haven't done this for a while. So I thought I would do that to see who caught me live. Who's got their notifications on. But yeah, I'm going to start doing more routinely stuff, like where you guys know when I'm going to be live. It's all coming. Everything takes time, all the good things take time. So try not to make a lot of mistakes and stuff. Because, you got to, even though you have a lot to say or a lot to talk about, you got to be careful of what you say anymore in this world. Like, you can get killed for like having an opinion. Hey, Aussie, welcome, welcome. So I've known that for a long time that you have to be careful what you say in public or to public because, you know, people misunderstand things. Some people are just determined to misunderstand everything. And yeah, like that kind of stuff that's been happening lately, that Charlie Kirk getting shot for just like, trying to help people and not being all like softy, actually being very blunt. Sometimes people need to hear things bluntly. being a soft person all the time doesn't really help. They just people start taking advantage of you then, right? So, you know, don't be soft, but don't be also like, be also very discerning about like what can be shared with the public or what people should pay for to get here to hear. Because not everybody out there is of a sane mind. And so they won't understand a lot of things that are logic. You know, the world has gone nuts. I know, right? Like it's sad. So that's why I say, like, I always just try to, say that keep the collective people, the people that want to still, you know, acknowledge the bad things, but also like focus more on the good. You acknowledge it and see how we can change things. Like it's sad that people have to die for just having an opinion or trying to help someone. And there's actually, someone I did go back, and I'm not a very political person, but he's a person. He's a human being. He has a family, everything. And he helped a lot of like students, and like I never really watched him because I'm not really into politics, but I did go watch his video once. I did go watch some of his videos so I could have my own opinion of like whether he was a good guy or a bad guy. Like, you know, no, nobody deserves to die, but yeah, what his beliefs were, what he thought and stuff like that. He was for some things that, some people may have, no, I don't agree with everything he said, obviously, but there's certain points that he made. I do agree with certain points he made, but I believe in children, babies not being killed because my baby was murdered by a doctor, and what power do I have against this doctor? Nothing. I'm just a regular person. I don't have no power over how I was, mistreated by doctors and what they did to me. And so, yeah, I believe in every life matters. So, if you're still alive, there's a still chance, even if people are lost in the head, like, if their soul really wants to, they will find a way to find the answers they're seeking, because, I've always been seeking answers. Certain things didn't make sense to me, and you ask people questions and they never had the answer for you. So sometimes you got to find the answer yourself, and it's within all of us to do that. But that's where meditation and time, just in quiet sitting and thinking, and even bringing a pad, a paper, and a pen, and while you're thinking, write down your thoughts that are really important to you, like something that you want to share with people. And even if you just want to share it with like regular people, like your friends, your family, the people you care about, so share it with them. Don't share with other. There's a lot of things I don't share with the rest of the world. I share with the just the closest people in my life, because not everything on the internet is safe to share. So, anyways, I'm trying to stay happy and I'm trying to stay in a good mood. But yeah, there was another thing where the girl got stabbed right on the bus or on the train or whatever. Just she didn't do nothing, nobody, and just being at the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know. It's being a kind person. Some people don't know how to be, but like everybody can learn to be a kind person. You don't have to be a wet blanket. You don't have to be a doorknob. You don't have to be a doormat. You don't have to be any of those things to be a good person. If you've been a really good person, sometimes you're a good person to the wrong people. And, can you imagine if you were a good person just to good people? Then it's almost like too much. Like when you're a good person to someone that is good, that deserves it, they almost think that you're doing too much. But, there's bad people that will take it all on, and they won't act like that you're doing too much. They just take it all, but they won't return anything, right? Like they won't return any energy. They won't even say thanks, some of them. There's people out there that are, I don't know, they call them Sims. They call them Sims. They just do what everybody tells them to do or what everybody else is doing. They're just followers. Their mind has been manipulated and accessed by negative energies. And there's times when, I know there was negative energy that was accessing me when I didn't even realize it. But I try to stay in a helpful energy. Even when I'm going through stuff, I still try to be there for others that are there for me. You know what I mean? I still try to be a kind person, even if I'm going through a bunch of things in a day. Like I try to still be a nice person. If I can't be a nice person, I stay away from everybody. And that's how everybody should be. If you can't be a nice person, you should stay away from everybody. Because you're doing yourself more damage when you go around people when you can't be a good person. And being a good person doesn't mean we control others or others do what we want them to do. It just means that we do what we know it's right, and if others don't do what's right, then we know not to be around them. You don't force them. You let them know what they're doing is wrong, but other than that, you let them make their own decision whether they want to keep doing it or not. I'm never going to not say something if I see somebody doing something wrong, even if it costs me a relationship, even if it costs me everything. Because you know what, the relationship, it wasn't worth it if they don't acknowledge what was wrong, what was really wrong about what they did. Then that would not be a good relationship, right? So if somebody can't hear what they did wrong and acknowledge it, that yeah, that is wrong, then there's no point in trying anything else. And when I talk about that, I'm talking about experience. Talking from experience. Yeah, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. But yeah. And I always feel sad about like the children that have to grow up without parents at all together. Yeah, it's sad when children have to grow up with only one parent, and it's worse when they have to grow up without any of their parent. Yeah, I feel for the kids more than anything. I feel for the kids. Metroid, thanks for being here. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody. There's so much more I want to say about everything in life, but I hold back so much. And when I get to talk to someone in person, someone I trust, it's like everything comes out like, in a conversation. Or if I meet somebody that has what interests what I have or is interested in learning what I'm learning, whatever, then I get really excited. Because I don't know, it's always more fun with two people. I'd like to go out in nature more often. I would like to find a nature buddy, somebody to go out in nature with. It's not fun to go by yourself. And now I'm going to be doing a lot more walking, so I got to get hiking ready and make sure I have the right clothes and stuff. But all you is leave. Is it going in circles again? Ooh, excuse me. Pop always makes me burp. This camera is not set right. Look at the glow on my face. It's the camera. I don't know what setting it's on. The sun is going down right now. I am just soaking up all the sun I can while I can. Because in the wintertime, I have to take vitamin D. And I just like to get it all natural. So I'm sitting out in the sun as much as I can. And it helps me to meditate and really think about things. and what I want to share with the world. I like literally thought about it today. So I'll tell you about what I did today. So this is what I wrote down today. And so I was just thinking, like, when it comes to my spiritual and my healing stuff I do, right, on the other channel, I feel like a lot of people don't know how to start with me, like how to have sessions with me, how to start, what would make them want to start, like what in their life would I can help them with, whatever. So I decided to sit there and write these things down. So how you can start healing your journey and with me, like, your life with me, learning how to heal yourself with me. Start I put different points, like, start with what is stopping you from following your dreams or your desires. It's like that would be a question you could ask me, like, and how can you feel more guided in the direction that you want to go in your life? How can you get more support? How can you, feel more like your dreams are supported? And that was one of the questions that you could ask. Like, people don't know what should I ask if I get a reading. You know, the oracles do guide you through life. The oracles are so good, and the tarot can help you to get the little detailed answers. How can you get more support from people in your life? Like, sometimes that's the thing that makes people, like, I'm learning from it. Like, I would have done and gone farther in my life already if I would have had more support from the community, like the people that have the higher knowledge and stuff like that. If I had more support from them, then I would have, gone way farther already in my life. So that is like, I'm doing it by myself, but, like, the more you support others, and the more supportive people will come to you. Like, so, um God will send supportive people in your life. Like, it just, miracles happen. Like, that story I told you guys about, like, going uptown and getting the running shoes, and then grabbing a peach on the way, and then on the way back I meet the lady that owns the peaches, right? Like, and she has my birthday. We have the same birthday, and, like, that's how miracles happen. You know what I mean? And then, what type of things do you need to release, like, your mindset? What type of mindset you need to release, right? Thoughts you need to release, like doubt, anger, fear, sadness. That's all part of grief. And those are all part of grief. Those are all emotions that come out after when you've been hurt, like, through grief, or like loss, or whatever. So those are thoughts, anger, sadness, aggression. Those are all things you need to release to the higher being, to God, to the angels. Archangel Michael is a good one to ask for mental clarity and mental protection, so you can protect your mind. And, like, the AI and all that is trying to get to our mind. So, um, and that can affect us negatively, so we can even think negatively, or sad, or feeling like we feeling blocked or whatever. And then it's and instead of, I can't do this or whatever, find the information that you need, and then tell yourself, I can, I will, I am, I'm good enough, I am loved, and you are not crazy. The world is. You are not. So that's how you can start healing with me and getting a reading. And I'm not, the things that you're feeling and thinking are not crazy. That is what's going on in the world. It is, really. And how do we get through it? Is by learning. That's how we get through it, is by learning. Don't accept it, learn from it, and live your life the way it will help you. And then, and, like, I talked about before about retrograde and how to get through those, like, uneasy feelings when you're feeling like nothing's happening. You want things to happen quicker. Sometimes we just need to be patient through that time. Everything happens in the right time, right? So when it's something that you want, you gotta allow it to happen on the right time, divine timing. That's where divine timing comes in. Once you're ready, you'll get the information you need to go forward on everything you're doing in your life. if you are someone that is guided. And right now I'm getting into the Sacred Destiny oracles, and I wasn't even getting my cards out. I was just like opening the book, and it told me, like, doing that, get 3 cards spread, and the intentions for the cards are the really good important questions that people usually ask about their life. So yeah, readings sessions with me can be very, very knowledgeable and very helpful in your life and anybody's life. You don't have to you don't have to be going to church. You have to believe in the Most High, because that's who I work with, is the Most High and the angels. And if you are somebody that believes that they have the power to help us, then I can help you. Yeah, that's how it works. Because if negative energy exists, so does positive. If the fallen angels exist on this earth, they are roaming free on this earth. They're not under some dirt or something. You know, the the fallen angels are here too, but so are the archangels. So the archangels work through people too, just like the negative angels do. All right, so that's something to remember. Negative energies work through you, so do positive. And the positive is like, your higher power, your connection to the Most High and the angels. There is definitely a spiritual war going on up there that we don't see. And a lot of people that are, part of the people that are, watching these videos and learning about, they call them conspiracies, which is really just truth. Um, a lot of that stuff is what's going on up there. A lot of things they're seeing. So people may think that the entities that are up there are alien or whatever, but they may be alien, and what alien means, it's just that we don't know what they are, right? And maybe that's why people call them aliens. But I believe that they are, because of even what I've read in the Bible, that they are the archangels up there. Yeah, because God sent, and I read that in the Bible, God sent all these angels down to do this, to do that, to do that. They all have their job, but they obviously work through people because they're just an energy. Anyways, I just want to share that with you, and that is from the Sacral deck. You guys can get it if you want. It's by Denise Lynn, the writer of this deck. And this is the deck. But yeah, it's very beautiful. These cards just illuminate a lot of things for you. Let me just show you guys like a little bit of the cards. Let me share just. And even when I'm picking these cards here, like just pulling cards, like some of you guys might even resonate with some of these cards. And I'm not doing a reading right now, but I'm just going to show you what type of cards there is. Sirens. This is the back of the cards. Of these ones. Oh, look at this. And this is being still. Being in a pause, Pause for the cause, basically. And going with the flow. Pause for the cause and going with the flow. This is a card I wanted to read yet for you guys, but talking about the opportunities through the pine and the moon, like this. Look at how the moon is, and it's the pine trees, and opportunities are there. Like that's when to go after your opportunities. When the moon is about that, that's like the first retrograde is over, right? And that's when the new moon is starting to build. So yeah, I wanted to read that card, but I'm gonna show you a couple other ones, like this one here. There's a lot of good words in the reading, in the cards, when you actually read the card. This talks about potential. This reminds me of the two, like there's another card that has like 2 rainbows across from each other. This one here has 2 lightning strikes. It's like 2 people getting the same idea at the same time, and then everything that's very powerful when 2 people connect and they see the same, they have the same aha moment, idea. That's what I get from that. Oh, and the next one was emotional wisdom, right? That's like, wisdom that will lead you to pleasure and fulfillment. Yeah. Anyways, thanks guys for watching, coming to say hi, and all that good stuff. Oh yeah, I did my nails. Didn't do that good of a job, but I did my nails. Did them. And I got these pants, they kind of the nails kind of, oh, can't show you that way. The nails kind of like match my pants. One fell off though, I have to fix it. They're green like my nails. But yeah, I'm gonna put another coat of shiny stuff on them. I didn't do that good of a job. Like my problem is like letting them dry. I always have no patience to let my nails dry. I start touching things and then they get messed up. Anyway, thanks guys for popping in and hitting the like button and sharing and all that good stuff. Much love. Have a good day. Bye.